Hi guys, hope you're doing great. So today's topic is pop-up handling. I'm sharing this info if in case you have missed a class or you're not aware of this topic, learn from it and come back with problems. Okay, so before moving into the topic, how to handle pop-ups while doing automation, I want to make you understand that what are pop-ups actually. So if I think in layman terms, what is a pop-up? Pop-up is basically an interruption, right? So but why do we need to handle it? That is what I'm gonna tell it. So I just go to google.com and search for something like CBSE syllabus download. Okay, and I open for the first link, and what my automation script requires is click on this link and I search for class 10th syllabus and I click on download, right? So when I try to do that, here you go. So a pop-up comes in between, which was not supposed to come according to my automation script. So now I need to handle it. So very basic way, as I always say, anything which is present into HTML can be automated via Selenium. So now you need to think, okay, I need to check that first it is present in the HTML or not. So don't think it is a pop-up or something. Think in such a way that, okay, first figure out it is in HTML or not. So very easy way to figure out it is right click and inspect with Firebug, or inspect element also will do the job. So I just do go with Firebug because I like it very much. Okay, so yeah, I find it this is present in the HTML, and as a manual tester, what would have you done? You just would have clicked this button, right? So close this and then go for the class 10th, correct? So same way in automation I can do the same way. Before writing the script for which clicks on this class 10th, what I will do is I will write, hey, find me this element, click element where id is equals to this, and I will perform click operation on it, and then I will go ahead as it is not like normally I used to do. Okay, so let me note it down for you. So one very first is HTML pop-up. So to handle it, easy, just like your Selenium script. Find it and act on it. Okay, now here can be challenges. This pop-up may or may not come next time. So let me show you. So if I close it, I refresh the page, and in this case, if I try to click on 10th class, it is giving me the pop-up is no more appearing here. So you can see my page is completely loaded also, and still pop-up has not come, right? So it is not coming now. So for maintaining that, you can actually utilize your skills for checking this component before clicking on it. You can check with using is displayed method. If this item is displayed, then click else, no problem, right? You can just go for it. Even in HTML you can figure out if it is like this. See, there is a difference between this UI and this UI. So this is like faded. It means it is there in the HTML, but it's not visible, right? So invisible element, you cannot anyway perform any action on it, right? So you can just check for the display. Okay, so this was the one very first thing which should come in your mind. Okay, HTML pop-up. Now HTML pop-up, wherein even if it is present in HTML, your actions will not work directly. So let me show you. So for that, I'll go for my favorite travel website, quail.com. Okay, let's suppose my task is to automate a test for sign up, like sign up functionality is working or not. So what will I do? I will click on sign up, and see here it's a pop-up structure, pop-up way. So what do I need to do? Actually figure out it is in HTML or not. Yes, it is in HTML, but I had written the same code here. I will show you in Eclipse. Okay, so I have created a testng class, pop-up handle frame. Okay, I will increase the font for you to check it properly. Okay, let me go to the fonts. Sorry, let me increase the font for you. Font. Okay, Java. Okay, here you go. So it's in greaseful, right? So what did I do is actually I have created a pop-up handler class, testng class. So if you are not aware of how testng works and how I have created this class, you can visit the basic fundamental class section for it. Okay, so here I have initialized Firefox driver, I have opened goweb.com and I have clicked on sign up, and I'm trying to send keys in my email field, right? So let me run it. So let me run it to check that what happened with this program. Actually, I was running it earlier, so let me rerun it in front of you. I say okay. Okay, so I need to say yes. I go ahead. It should open a Firefox driver. So in case you are wondering how it is opening, so you can actually go back to your previous fundamental class wherein I had discussed about how Selenium works and all. So it has opened the Firefox. I am going ahead with debugging. So for debug also it applies the same way. How it works and all is covered in the fundamental class. Okay, so I say go ahead. Okay, I say go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Okay, okay, somehow testng classes it is in. Okay, so it clicks on my sign up section, and now when I try to send keys in this, right, so I say F6 now. Yes, now if you check it, the test has failed, so you can check for the reason. So I'll just open it up for you. So what does it say? Unable to find element id is equals to email. So what did it say that? It couldn't find. So you can see it was stopped here, and when trying to enter into email address, it failed, saying that it cannot find this component. So what is the reason? So let's debug this reason. Okay, so I go back to original browser. Okay, so let's debug this. So if I debug this, I try to find that in this div. Okay, if I gently say this is my div which contains everything, and inside that I see something like iframe, wherein my email address, etc. If I see these are the items, right? So my components which I'm saving in HTML, that's actually part of a frame, not the plain HTML. So for understanding what iframe is, I will again suggest to Google what is the iframe. So iframe. Okay, so what is iframe? I will better type what is iframe. So see, Google tells me iframe is an HTML document embedded inside another HTML on a website, right? So what you are seeing actually is it's a HTML inside HTML, right? So you can see HTML tag here also, and HTML tag was upside also, right? So this HTML tag, it means it is a HTML inside HTML. So come back to this. This is nothing but iframe. So Selenium has given us a way to figure out this problem. It just says that, hey, if you want to do this, what do? Is you go to this frame. For going again, you can use a method called switch to, right? So I will modify my code now. Just like simply, I'll go to code again. Before doing this operation, what will I say is driver dot switch to what? So frame, switch to frame, right? So here you need to pass which kind of frame, correct? So you need to say which frame. So you can actually pass frame ID. So what is that frame ID? You need to find in code. Okay, so if I see, this is the frame ID, OAuth frame. So I just go and copy this, switch to this frame before doing that step. So let's run this program again. Okay, I'll close the previous browser for avoiding confusion. Close unnecessary things. I run as testng test. So it should open a browser, it should click on sign up, and then it should actually switch to my frame. in order to perform send keys thing. Okay, so right now what did you see is it was present in HTML, but while trying to code you were not able to make it work automation wise, right? So that was your trouble. See, it worked. abcd@gmail.com has been written and you can see this test success. Here is console, I am increasing, see test run 1 and it is success, test login, correct. So what did we understand is if it is a frame we need to switch to. Now I will tell you the trick to figure out how to find this is a frame or not. In general ways, there are many ways. In general ways, first thing, it is HTML pop-up, yes, so it should be doable. Second thing, if you are doing right way then also it doesn't work, then assume that there might be chances of having frame. There is another short trick to figure out. Always right click on a pop-up, any pop-up which comes, and search for this word, this frame. See, it says there's this frame, show only this frame, etc, etc. So browsers are very smart, they understand then this is the frame, correct. So if it says like that, it means 100% frame is there. So you just find out the frame ID and switch to it and do it. But in some cases browser may not be able to find out, like Gmail, when you try to compose mail, that time on right click it doesn't show this frame. Somehow Gmail doesn't allow to do that. So in that case you need to, when it doesn't work, just inspect it and go in hierarchy up like this. So if I am on this, just go up till the time you find frame. So if I found frame means I need to switch to it, right. So second type of pop-up we understood is frame pop-up. So what we need to do is simple statement, switch to it and then perform your actions, right. Third kind of pop-up, when it is not present in HTML, so non-HTML, I will rather say non-HTML. Okay, so I will show you some kind of pop-ups which are non-HTML style. So any guesses on that? Okay, let me remove the surprises. So I will go for something like LIC login. So I search for LIC login. Okay, I say register user. Okay, so now here is a login section again. This is, though it's not a pop-up, it's plain. I say go, and without entering password or username, it's again pops up something. So and as a regular practice, I will go and figure out it is present in HTML or not. So see, it doesn't give me right click option, it doesn't allow to inspect also. So this is like not present in HTML kind of pop-up. So here these kind of pop-ups wherein there is no much UI, just a plain message throw with OK or cancel button or OK and cancel button, you can assume that there are chances that they are JavaScript alerts. Okay, so let me write. So in non-HTML pop-up, it can be alert, right? Alert. So how to handle them? Again, like you did for switch to frame, you can actually say that switch to alert before performing any other action on it. So similarly like this, I will create another program. Okay, I will create new new testng class. Okay, and I will give the proper folder till source I want, and what is that? Pop handle. What is this? Alert. Correct. So before test, after test, finish. And I do not want to rewrite everything, so I will right now just copy in front of you. I will modify the things which are required. So before test, I want to open LIC site, right? So I will copy this LIC site link, and what will I do is I will change this, correct, and create driver instance. Okay, so what is my task is I click on go, correct. So what will I do? Driver dot find element by dot, what is that dot? I need to figure out. Click on go button, inspect it. Okay, where type is equals to submit, right? So I will just create it. I'll use help of firepath. Input which is having type is equals to submit. Yes, it points me to the right item. So I will copy this. Again, if you are not understanding how did I do, so refer to the fundamental classes of locating skills, locating elements on page by different locating strategies. So this is XPath strategy. I'll copy paste. Okay, string handling requires me to change this. Okay, and I say click. Okay, so my requirement was negative testing. Empty input it should not take. It should throw me an alert, right? So now I want to say that let's suppose my negative is done. I want to say that again. Once the pop-up comes up, click on OK, and again do with the right credentials, right? So again I need to do this. So again I am building the locator for this. So what will I do is, I will say, sorry, my mouse is hanged for some reason. Okay, so let me choose this way. I will just copy paste here. I don't want to click though on it. Input. I'll say the time is equals to text. Okay. Text. Okay. Okay. And what do I want to do? I want to type in some details, right? So send keys. Okay. Find element is done. Dot send keys. Okay. I am missing some yes. Send keys. abcd@gmail.com. Okay, this is just trial purpose. Correct. So now I want to do this. So when I do this, I need to first click on OK, right? So similarly, like frame, what will I do is driver dot. I don't need to find. Actually, I can just say driver dot switch to, and alert is something like it automatically understands whenever there is an alert. It will figure it out, and I can say accept. So there are a couple of other methods which you can utilize. Dismiss. So when there are pop-ups like which says OK and cancel button. So like right now you are seeing only one, right? If you see this, you can see only one. There can be possibility there is OK and there is a cancel button. You can actually choose any of them as accept or dismiss, right? So I say accept. Now let's run it again to figure out it works or not. So I am debugging again for you, so that you have a feeling that it works. Okay. So I am closing other things. Okay. So what should happen is, it should open my Firefox, it should open the LIC login section, and it should click on submit without giving any parameters. So obviously a alert comes, so you need to handle it, and then you go ahead and do your task generally how you used to do. It's waiting for the site. I will close the previous window also. So it opened up LIC section, and it will click on go if I have written the right code. Okay, so I am in debug mode. I say yes. I minimize my Eclipse to see. See, there was a pop-up behind, right? Now I can side by side debug and find out my code works or not. So see, I say accepted, accept, so it has clicked OK automatically. I go ahead and now I can do whatever task I wanted to do. Okay. See, it has typed abcd@gmail.com, right? So what did it do is it handled the alert easily. Correct? So I will just note it down. Again, what do you do is switch to it before going ahead, right? So switch to it. Fourth kind of pop-up, which is again a non-HTML pop-up, and even it is not a JavaScript alert. Okay, so let me show you how it is. So go to some site like toshared.com. Okay, so what my automation need is I want to upload some file. Okay, I have performed. I can go till here. I can perform the section, browse, click, and it opens me a dialog box, right? So if I see this dialog box, see, it is not a JavaScript pop-up. Because it is reading my computer's things, right? So I can understand that by seeing this, it is OS generated pop-up. It is native to Windows, right? It is a file upload pop-up which is native to Windows, which is giving you all options from where you don't want to upload the file, etc. Correct? So to handle this, again, since it is not a alert which you can switch to, so there is no way. So now let me clear this. This is not Selenium's responsibility now. So if you see this, this is not Selenium's responsibility. It is actually the responsibility of okay, there are some things going on. Okay, so it is actually the responsibility of some other tools which can handle Windows events. So there are so many tools like that. One such tool is I'll close this. One such tool is Auto IT. So let me search again what is Auto IT and etc. So I'll go for Auto IT. So I'll go to basic site. Okay, it talks about something. Auto IT v3 is a freeware basic like scripting language design automated tool, Windows UI scripting tool, right? So you can just actually go to this and download Auto IT from here. So I have already downloaded and ready it into my computer. So I can see in this, actually I can find it, Auto IT. See, so it comes up with few things like Auto IT recorder is also there. There is one thing called SCIT script editor, in which you can write a script. Actually, this is Auto IT is a tool with which you can actually automate everything on Windows, any desktop application. It is like that. Okay, so you can just go and record it. Okay, so for doing that, how it helps in Selenium is, I will tell you the example. Okay, so what do I do is I go to so I create another class, testng class again. Okay, so I'll say popup handle. It's which kind of popup? It's a file download, file handle or file something like that. Before test, after test. Okay, so I will write the steps till my Selenium helps me. So what I will do is I will say that, hey, go to this URL. Again, I will not write everything. I will copy from my previous program. This is what I want. But instead of that, I'm going to open toshare.com. Okay, and driver initialization, creation. Next statement should be what? I click on this, right? So I just inspect it. Am I able to inspect the browse button? Yes, I'm able to do. So what is this? This item. So what will I write here is driver.find element, right? So now here is one trick which you need to learn. Okay. So driver.find element by .id. Okay. Write it properly. So you say dot click. Correct? This is what you do generally, right? So here is one trick. Before doing click, you need to learn is what does it do is after clicking it opens this, right? So it opens the file folder for you, correct? So what do is file name, you type file name, etc., right? So what